We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pardon? Are there no agendas out there?
They're not out there?
Here, I have that.
What's out there, Ruthie? Just the work session one? Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, Nancy, can you call the roll, please?
Absolutely. Calhoun. Dempsey. Fournier.
Here.
Pratt. McGarity.
Here.
Rick.
Here.
York.
Here.
Need a motion to excuse Commissioner Dempsey, Mayor Kropp, and Commissioner Calhoun.
So moved. Support? Do we have to give support?
Call the roll, please.
Fournier.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Announcements, acknowledgements, and communications and reports. Does anyone have anything? Mr. Shipman? No?
Nope.
Okay, can I have a motion to adopt the agenda, please?
Move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support?
Roll call, please.
Fournier.
Can keep up? Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Okay, this is the part of the commission meeting where the public can come forth and make comments or ask questions. And as long as they give their name and their address and adhere to our 3-minute rule. Would anyone like to come up and address the commission? Okay, seeing none, we'll go on to administrative responses to issues or questions from the last meeting.
There was
Mr.
one or
Shipman?
two.
There was a few, yeah.
At the May 5th, 2025 commission meeting during public comment, the following questions were asked. Does the city ever add gravel to the entryway at Shady Side Park? The answer is yes. The entrance is graded regularly and gravel is added as needed. Another question was, there is a 3-foot easement that runs along power lines behind houses on Lindsay Drive. When is the last time that area was policed? The city is not aware of an easement located on the power lines behind the houses on Lindsay Drive. If DTE cuts along the power lines, then it is the responsibility of DTE or its private contractors to clean it up. City crews do not cut and have never cleaned up brush from this area for DTE. If homeowners are having issues with this, they should reach out to DTE directly. Is there a double standard for residents who pay for sidewalk replacement in the city during the sidewalk repair program? The answer is no. Each property owner is responsible for the repair of hazardous sidewalks located adjacent to their property as indicated in the City of Mount Clemens Ordinance 30.10, Sidewalks, City of Mount Clemens, Michigan. In terms of payment for sidewalks, the Mount Clemens Foundation, which is not affiliated with the City of Mount Clemens, paid for some of the residents' sidewalk repairs in the past. I'm not sure what the criteria was to be chosen for that program or if that program is still in place today. Another question was, how many dogs are allowed per household? That's 4 dogs allowed per household. Are dogs allowed to run loose? The answer is no, dogs may not be at large. If a person rents a property to someone, is it that person's responsibility for instructing their tenants how to take care of their dogs? The answer is no, the landlord is not responsible to tell their tenants how to take care of their dogs. What can be done when a dog bites someone? Call Mount Clemens Animal Control at 586-469-6800, extension 514 or 515. Is Mount Clemens responsible for the removal of trees along the river by Clinton River Drive? The answer is no, Mount Clemens is not responsible for the waterway. Do we have access to the Army Corps of Engineers to clean up this section of the river? No, the Army Corps of Engineers will only clean areas in a river that it considers to be navigable. this section is not considered navigable by the Army Corps. Is there anything we can do to get the trees in this section of the river removed? You can contact Macomb County Public Works at 586-469-5325. Note that Macomb County has very limited funds for drain maintenance. Candace Miller has removed debris from the area through grant funding her office has been able to procure in the past. When did the name River Acres come into existence? That subdivision was known as Melody Homes. Melody Homes was the name of the original company that built many of the homes in the subdivision. There is no name formally designated by the city for the subdivision. On the plat map, it is named River Acres Subdivision. And that is the end of the questions.
Thank you, Mr. Shipman. Any questions or comments?
I have a question. With the 4 dogs per household, that is still the same if they are dog watching, they still can have no more than 4 dogs?
Shouldn't be more than 4 in a house.
Period. Okay, thank you.
That's probably a good excuse if somebody's got more than 4, they're saying they're watching one probably, right? So-
Yeah, set, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, the answer about the Mount Clemens Foundation, which is not affiliated with the city, has paid for some repairs in the past, but we're not sure of the criteria or if it's still in place.
Right.
We don't know anything about that foundation? Like, we couldn't get an answer to that?
You know, that when it was brought up, when it was actually taking place, there was question then, and there was no criteria, there was no form that could be filled out, there was no application practices or anything, so.
It is my understanding they're not, but in order to know for certain, we probably have to, Commissioner Dempsey's on the foundation.
Oh, okay, so maybe we could get
So
more
someone from the
information.
foundation should really probably speak to that. But it is my understanding that they're not this year.
Do we know whether the foundation paid the city for the repair, or they paid the resident who then had them?
I believe it was reimbursement to the
Okay.
resident.
So that's why we don't have much information. Okay.
You know, they were for sidewalk reimbursement for things they'd already paid for.
And I believe they had some criteria. I don't want to speak to it because I don't know what they were for certain, but there were certain criteria in order to get a reimbursement.
Okay, thank you.
And I believe that's what the gentleman was speaking to, because he had questioned why some people paid and others didn't, and I think he thought that the city was doing that for some reason, and we don't, obviously. That's the only thing I can think of that would relate to his question.
Did one gentleman ask all these questions, and did he get those answers, or he would have to be here to get the answers?
He'd have to be here, or he'd have to watch the video.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
Thank you for getting all those answers.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, approval of the minutes. Can I have a motion?
Guess not.
Don't fight over it.
Move to approve the minutes as presented.
And support.
Roll call, please.
Fournier,
Yes.
McGarity,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Okay, moving on to general business. Our first item for general business is regarding the budget for the 25-26 year. Can I have a motion? Do we have a motion right now?
To open the public hearing, I believe?
And then you.
Yes.
Okay,
Move
yes.
to open the public hearing on the City of Mount Clemens 2025-2026 budget.
Now, Mr. Shipman?
Support.
Thank you.
On May 8th, 2025, the City Commission held a budget work session to finalize the proposed 2025-26 budget. The next step in the process is to hold a public hearing. We have the public hearing scheduled for tonight, May 19th, 2025. The public hearing has been advertised as required by the city charter in the Macomb Daily. Copies of the budget are available to the public online, and they were also available and still are available to view in the city clerk's office.
Now, if I understand right, at this time, someone could bring any questions regarding the budget or comments. You just have to come to the mic, give your name and address, and let us know your concern or your question. Okay, seeing no one. Can we close the public hearing, please?
Move to close the public hearing on the Mount Clemens 2025-2026 budget.
Support?
Roll call, please.
McGarity,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Yor,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes. Moving on, purchases and payments. Do we have a motion?
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
16.
Okay, any questions? I had one. I remember now.
What
I'm-
page?
It is, when I looked at the bids for the first item for where B&W Landscape received the bid, they weren't necessarily the least expensive. There was one that was less expensive. Is there a reason why we chose them, or over Roseville crushed?
I believe it was, because there was a no bid item. I don't,
Excuse me.
Because I think they had both of them had all items, but it's not a lot. It's just about $500.
Which one are you talking about now?
B&W got over,
Over who?
to go to the right, $58,250. And then Torello is also all items. I was just curious, and I believe B&W has had it before, correct? B&W is our normal, has been our provider.
yeah, and that, Lenny would have to answer, he orders the majority of those materials. The amount that we use in the DPS is very minimal, right? And we don't, probably only 5 or 10 yards per year, so.
And normally he would give me a bid waiver if he wants to go with and that's the one he's used. So for a few $100s, he probably would have said it was a long-standing. I apologize that he didn't send that form over, but.
And the last one was even,
Yeah.
Torello was quite a bit lower.
Yeah, 13,000, that's not nothing.
So I'm sure he had his reasons, but
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a particular item that he uses more of that was lower with B&W,
oh, that,
right?
All right.
you can let us know then?
Yeah,
Do we go ahead and approve this now?
Because we have questions.
I mean, if you want to table that, that's not like an emergency purchase. We can find
Okay.
out, you can bring it back to the next meeting if you want
Then
to.
If we could get that question
amend that?
answered, that'd be great.
motion,
Yeah, if somebody wants to amend the motion to
Just include the pressure
just include the
vessel.
pressure vessel testing, we can get you an answer for that.
I move to amend the purchase and payments to exclude the pressure vessel testing.
No. To only include the pressure vessel testing.
To only include the pressure
Yeah.
correct, to only include the pressure vessel testing.
Commissioner Garrity, you made the motion. Are you fine with that amendment?
Yes, absolutely.
Do we need a second for that?
Second.
I could see the difference.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Rick,
Yes.
Yor,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
and McGarity.
Yes.
So was that vote, I'm sorry, but was that vote to amend the motion? Or we voted on the one that we didn't exclude?
He- Commissioner Rick amended the
I move to
Motion.
amend it and it was seconded, so that vote would have been on the amendment.
Okay, that's what I thought I was voting on. I just wanted to make sure.
That's one way to do it. I thought it was being done the other way, where the motion itself was being amended, but it works that way, so that means we need one more vote.
Okay, I was going the way you thought.
Yeah,
That
so-
he amended the motion, and therefore we are voting on the amended motion.
She made the original
Yeah.
motion, though.
Okay, so let's vote on the amended motion. Make sure we got this. Roll call, please.
Rick,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes,
McGarity.
Yes.
thank you. Okay, consent agenda. We have quite a few items here, but one, can I have a motion, please?
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call.
York,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
McGarity,
Yes.
and Rick.
Yes.
Okay, city managers report. Mr. Shipman?
Building permits are being issued for new single-family homes at 71 Smith and 147 Barbara. This brings the total to 4 new single-family residential builds in 2025. So see, we're a growing community.
Yes. I'm
Right,
excited about that.
The next Historical Commission Speaker Series is scheduled for Sunday, June 22nd at 1 p.m. The event will be hosted by the Crocker House Museum, and the topic will be the history of the Mount Clemens Rose Gardens. Registration for this free event can be done at www.evenbright.com. City offices will be closed on Monday, May 26, 2025, in observance of the Memorial Day holiday. Refuse pickup will be run one day behind schedule for the entire week. The regular pickup schedule will resume on Monday, June 2nd, 2025. Please refrain from blowing grass into the roadway. Grass clippings contribute to the clogging of the drains and create backups during rain events. Yard waste can be placed at the curb for removal on your garbage day in a 32-gallon or smaller can that is marked yard waste or in a paper bag. The splash pad at Shadyside Park is scheduled to be open for use beginning Memorial Day weekend until Labor Day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Parks and Recreation Advisory Board is looking for members. If you are interested, you can find an application on the city website or reach out to Carl in our Recreation Department. Big thank you goes out to all our election workers who helped make the May 6th special election a success. There were a total of 2,151 ballots cast in Mount Clemens, resulting in a voter turnout of 17.59%. The next election in Mount Clemens is a city election on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, for the offices of mayor and city commission. Candidate materials are available in the city clerk's office for potential candidates. The last day to file for office and submit completed candidate materials to the city clerk's office is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025 at 4 p.m. And our upcoming community events, we have the Uptown Friday Night Concert Series beginning Friday, June 6th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., featuring Soul Commission with Kathleen Murray, and that'll be on the main stage on North Walnut Street. The Bud Light Classic Car Registration Night and Cruise, Friday, June 6th, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. on North Main Street by the Clock Tower, and Bud Light Classic Car Show and Cruise, Saturday, June 7th, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., North Main Street between Cass Avenue and Market Street. And for information on any of our events, you can call 586-469-4168.
Thank you, Mr. Shipman. This is the second opportunity for our public to come to the mic and have any questions or comments. You just have to state your name and your address and adhere to our 2-minute rule. Anyone have a comment?
You guys are a quiet group.
I think they all came out last time.
Good, yeah,
we
last
did
week
last
was, wow.
Okay, seeing none, we'll go to commissioner comments. Commissioner York?
Thank you. I just want to mention the story on Channel 4 that was hometown I don't know, somebody correct me if you know how
Neighborhood.
to, living in your hometown or something?
In your neighborhood.
In your neighborhood, thank you, where they show the spotlight on Mount Clemens. I thought it was a good piece. I would have liked to, we could have done an hour-long piece. There was so much more, but it was a good piece. So for all of those who helped to support that and get that done, we appreciate it. It really made Mount Clemens look proud. So I appreciate that. That's it for me.
Commissioner McGarity?
Just a little. We've been getting a few calls about the Senior Project Fresh coupons, and I'm told that they are not going to be available to June 2nd. So you can reach out to Senior Services on June 2nd. Their number is 586-469-5228. They are not available at this time. The state is changing the way that they're given. They will not be paper coupons where you can pick them up at offices of Senior Services, nor will they be set up at farmers market to give out. So they're actually going to be issued like a card, like a debit card. But as they're continuing it, to finalize it, waiting on the state, just give them a call June 2nd for any inquiries. Water assistance is still available, but now also eviction assistance is available in Mount Clemens. And the income bracket is at 200% of the poverty level. Also, plumbing is available, and it's free. The plumbing assistance is free. So sometimes your water bill is high because you have leaks, because some type of plumbing issue is going on in your house. Macomb Community Action Center has funding, and that's an immediate assistance. And so you can call 586-469-6964 to get plumbing and water assistance. But please let us know you're calling for plumbing if you only want plumbing. But if you want both, that's fine. We can take care of both for you. 200% guideline, as an example, is one person, no more than 2608, two is 3525, three is 4452. But if you receive food assistance from the state, you are automatically eligible. That's all I wanted to share with that. As far as resources, I'm looking forward to Cairns Center the first Friday of the month, since this is our last meeting in May.
It is.
Woo! First Friday in June at Cairns Community Center. If you need resources or you're having some trouble with the state applications, you have questions regarding something with the state, just come in and talk to me privately. I'll be there for you at 11 a.m. Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you.
Okay.
Commissioner Rick?
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank Matthew for serving on the Beautification Advisory Committee.
Yeah.
Always great to see more people getting involved. I'd like to remind everyone that the annual Memorial Day ceremony at Clinton Grove will be Sunday, the 25th at 11 o'clock, followed up by the ceremony at the flag by the Mount Clemens Fire Department. I encourage everyone to attend if possible. Thanks to the Daughters of the American Revolution for helping replace all the flags at Clinton Grove in the Veterans section. They're out there working hard, and I really appreciate them doing that. Other than